Good morning. I know it's not Monday, but I was out yesterday, so I'm going to do some book talks today. I read 2 books this last week. And they're both from the public library. I will be adding them to our collection, though, but in the meantime, you can check them out from the Morristown-Hamlin Public Library. This one, The Past and Other Things That Should Stay Buried. It's kind of a different take on a zombie-ish novel. It's about a boy named Dino whose ex-best friend July just died of an aneurysm, but then as he is helping to prepare her body, because, by the way, he's the son of morticians, it's a family business, he is helping to prepare her body, and she sits up, and she's like, what the heck is going on? Because she's not alive, but she's also not dead. So they spend a lot of the book trying to figure out, why is she not dead? Also, other people around the world are also not dying. They're not coming back from the dead, but they're just not dying. Like, things are happening to them. They should be dead, but they're not. So they think that might be related to July's, coming back to not quite life. So there's a lot of friendship stuff, a lot of what am I doing with my life sort of stuff. There's also a lot of funny moments and witty back and forths between the 2 characters, and just a lot of interesting things. So if you're interested at all in the undead or morticians who deal with the literally dead and comedy, then maybe you would like this book. Try it out. Next one, last one. Forward Me Back to You. I read this book in about a day and a half. It's been a while since I've done that. So this book was, to me, it's got some heavy subject matter, human trafficking, sexual assault. I'm not going to tell you everything about the book because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it really was kind of like, even with those heavy subjects, it was kind of a breath of fresh air for me, because sometimes often I read a lot of books, and sometimes they all kind of start to seem the same. But this one, I've not read anything like this. It does go back and forth between different characters, and it'll tell you who's talking. Like, Robin is the male character. He is adopted from India, okay? His parents are super duper rich. His adoptive parents are super duper rich, and they live in Boston. And he's never really quite fit in with the American-born but family is from India crowd. He doesn't really fit in, doesn't feel like he fits in anywhere at all. And then Kat has had an instance where she was a person attempted to sexually assault her, and she defended herself, right at the beginning of the book. But she's having some PTSD type symptoms, and her mother decides to send her from their home in Oakland, California, all the way to Boston to live with a friend's relative for a little while, okay? To kind of try to help her get over this, try to find her way, through. Anyway, they meet each other, things happen, there's a trip to India involved, and I'm not going to tell you a whole lot more than that because you might want to read the book. But anyway, it goes back and forth between the 2 characters, personal insights, learning new things about each other, about the world, about their place in it. There is a lot of discussion of religion because the reason they go to India is part of their church small group. They're going to help with some girls who've been rescued from human trafficking. But anyway, so it's really, 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 really good, and I would highly recommend it. Like I said, it's from the Morristown-Hamlin Public Library. You can check it out there after I turn it back in, and then I'll buy it for our library whenever we can spend money. So, yay. And that's all I've got for today, so have a nice day.